Hi everyone, my name is Dara. This is Dear Hallmark, and we're about to talk about all things Hallmark Channel. And we are in Passport to Love. I'm getting my notes here. We're in Passport to Love. Baby! We are about to savor Paris with Bethany Joy Lenz, Serge, and Gaston. At this point, your real names, what are they? Because you are Serge and you are Gaston. I know your names are Stanley and Ben, but your name is Serge and your name is Gaston. Something that was kind of epiphany for me during the movie is how it gave me, and I put this in my Instagram stories, it gave me Diet, Beauty and the Beast vibes with Bethany Joy Lenz's character, Ella, being Belle, Gaston being Gaston, Serge being the Beast because he was so grumpy, and then Danielle at the Sandwich, who's a fellow fan leader with me, she mentioned how the roommate is like Mrs. Potts. And I'm like, she added that element in, and I'm like, yo, this really is like Beauty and the Beast a little bit, and it took place in Paris. So I thought that that was a cool theme that I was able to grasp from the movie. But if you haven't seen the movie yet, let me tell you what it's about, right? Ella's at her corporate job and she's not feeling it. She's like, the fluorescent lights, the fake cheese, I can't do it. So then her friend's like, well then what are you gonna do? She's like, you know what, I'm going on vacation. Where? To Paris. Boom. 2 weeks in Paris, and she's just getting her life. She's getting her energy. She's like, this is what I needed. And then her roommate, she shares a flat with someone she probably connected with online or whatever. And she's like, why don't you just stay here for the summer? And she's like, yeah, why not? So she ends up staying there for the summer, you know, and she's getting her life. She meets up with this little slick something other. His name was Gaston. And can we talk about Gaston? Gaston he started off thick from the beginning. I'm talking chunky peanut butter, like huge peanuts in that thing. Like he was just like, this is what it is. From first meet. And I said, well, say it with your whole chest. Do what you gotta do. I'm finna spoil this for y'all. So if you haven't seen it yet, please just watch this after the fact. I trust you. Just watch this after the fact because I'm finna spoil the whole thing. Because you need to know. These scenes when she's sitting by the fountain or the river and he did a double take, I was just like, the homie is starting off thick again. And then Serge is like grumpy pants, but then Gaston just keeps putting on, just keeps putting on the Ritz and the tartar sauce and the Triscuit, and he's piling that joint, making a whole trail mix. And I just was like, do your thing, sir. But then of course throughout the movie, I'm like, he's too slick. He's too smooth. You'd about slipped and fell. And he's a food critic, so he has something to do with food. You know, food has a very, it has a special place in my heart. It's like one of those things I thank God for on a daily. But Gaston was just a little bit too slick. He's just a little bit too oily, you know? And then that oil came and bit him in the behind because now he starts dating the other waitress. Like, what? That made me mad because I said, Gaston, I had hope in you. Because I'm like, can we have someone who's charming but not serpent-like and not snake-like? Can we have someone that's charming and that's laying it on thick and that's forward and it not be the bad guy? Like, are all charming guys bad? Like, what's going on? My friend she reminded me, you know, there is hope because we did have Benjamin Hollingsworth's character from Romance and Style, which is what blew that movie out the water for me because Derek was he was like, I'm gonna tell it like a T.I. is, right? But back to Savoring Paris. Bethany Joy Lenz. The way she is able to communicate a character and make her so believable, even when a premise may be unrealistic to some. Or it's like, man, like I was in my bed just like, yo, I wish this could happen in real life, yo. I wish I could save up enough vacation time where I could just spend a summer. Not even spend a summer. Let's turn summer into a verb, where I could summer in Paris. Or summer somewhere. I know she used her nest egg. And then I was just like, well, girl, how much you got saved up? I love this movie. 5 crowns. Bethany is such a premier talent for the network. I'm talking FDA grade A talent. Oh my gosh. It makes no sense. It genuinely makes no sense how talented she is. And Danielle and I were talking too, like this felt like a real movie that you would see in the theater. This felt like cinema. This wasn't just a TV movie. It was cinema. And I loved it. I loved it, y'all. I was even looking, literally after the movie, I was looking at flights for my dream location, international location, for a trip that I want to take next year. We'll see how that goes. But it did inspire me to not limit myself or not put myself in a box. I love the fashions. Oh, the dress at the cheese and wine. What is it? The cheese shop opening, La Chetterie. Her dress. I loved that dress. I loved her Bastille Day look, and Gaston did too, cause he was like, I said, Gaston played the mess out of that role, and I want to see him again on Hallmark. I would also like to see Serge. Serge was a little grumpalump. You know, he was a little grumpalump, but we pray for the grumpalump. And you know, the ice was melting little by little, and it was something that, like, you know how we sometimes can get those unrealistic premises that we just can't even wrap our minds around. This one, I wouldn't even call it unrealistic, because again, the packaging and the movie was so good. It's one of those inspirational movies where it's like, man, oh, live your life. Oh my gosh. Let me look at my notes. What else we got? Oh! This line that the Beast said, aka Surge. This is what he said. Y'all listening? You listening? This is what he said. He said, "How can I be with you when you don't even know who you are?" Tell me who I am then. Ooh. Y'all, this is the resuscitation that we needed. This is it. Now, let me tell you where my head was at while I was watching this, right? I started our Greek movie, Greek Love with a Recipe for Romance, something of that sort. And so I was feeling that. I was like 40 minutes in and I was feeling it, to kind of preview my reaction on that. And then I fell asleep. Not the movie's fault though. I was just exhausted. And by the time I woke, I only had like 20 minutes to get ready for Savor Paris. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even eat dinner. I gotta do a whole thing. So I was watching Savor Paris while I was eating, and so I have to go back and watch the Greek movie. They released it on Hallmark Movies Now early, which is becoming a pattern. They've been doing that a lot, putting the mystery movies on Hallmark Movies Now early, as well as some of our main Hallmark Channel movies. For instance, they put Falling in Love in Niagara on Hallmark Movies Now early, as well as Legend of the Lost Locket. So, yeah, This one, they put the Greek one on the streamer first, and so I'm gonna finish that. So you may see this shirt again in the video. You may not, we'll see. But I'm digging it. I'm digging it. With all the shovels in Home Depot, okay? I'm digging it. Gaston was Gastoning. Serge was Serging. Ella was Ellaing. And I love it. I loved it. Loved it, loved it. Yo, this is just the second movie, family. We still gotta go to Greece. And then we're ending it with Italy. I miss Mahogany. I genuinely do. I think I might watch Unthinkably Good Things too. I miss Mahogany. Okay, Savoring Paris gets 5 crowns, maybe even 5.5. Ella was a different character, I felt like, too, than what Bethany normally plays for the network. She felt super unsure of herself, just kind of in a kerfuffle, like at a crossroads, crossroads. I said crosswords. Shout out Crossword Mysteries. But this was her Eat, Pray, Love. This was her Eat, Pray, Love. Her mom came to visit her because her mom was just like, I need you home, you need stable, da 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 da. And she was like, no, but what if this is who I really am? And the mom at the core of it was like, no, but I need you. Like, you know, so. I loved the chemistry with her roommate. It felt so real. Glotel, I think her name was. I was like, that's what, the beauty of that name. This movie just worked, man, on all cylinders. Script, dialogue, performance, location, the menses. Like, everything just worked. Everything just works. Oh, I had a question. This was in my notes. So, the focus for Malta was honey. This is cheese. I don't know if we're going to get one for Greece. I didn't finish it. But then we have gelato for Italy. I'm noticing a food theme here. So cheese was our theme. The fromagerie. I'm guessing it's like the cheese shop, like pâtisserie. And boulangerie. I think boulangerie is like baking bread, and then pâtisserie is pastries. That's what I'm listening. Emma, where you at? Emma, help me. What was I saying? Oh gosh. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I love the movie. You should watch it, and I'm probably gonna watch it again. And that's all I got. Don't forget the virtual housewarming for Dear Hallmark, June 27th. I accept e-gift cards. If you want to help, contribute, put something towards it, it will greatly help me out, and I would very much appreciate it. You can send the e-gift cards to dearhallmark@gmail.com, Target, HomeGoods, Bath and Body Works, wherever you feel like, something to help me furnish the space. We can furnish it together. What else? Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, because these are my first, impressions. Maybe I'll sleep on it and think about something else and talk about it on the podcast. I also talked about For Love and Honey on the podcast, so you want to make sure you subscribe to the podcast. And I think that's all I got. There's some links and stuff in the description. There's an Instagram. I wrote a book. And there's a Facebook. But we're very wishy-washy with that. So Instagram is the main squeeze. But my name is Dara. Shout out Rama Drama. This is my Rama Drama Christmas shirt. Yeah, that's all I got. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. And be sure in the meantime, between time, my friends, watch a Hallmark destination movie that you love. Put down in the comments, what is your favorite Hallmark destination movie? Is it this one? Let me know. Put it down in the comments. Let me know that you watched, we're engaged. I'll see you guys down there in the comments. This is Dear Hallmark, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Ciao, my friends.